That might just be the perfect amount of time. I used to have that on loop, the theme there. But it's just a nice little intro, and I don't have to worry about stopping it. I can just let it fade out, and we're live, folks, coming to you live from Stanton, Virginia. Stanton jams. Stanton definitely jams. Tonight I did my my part of the Stanton Jams occasion. It's been a weekend of music here in Stanton, and it was just very lovely. It was very, very much fun. Good time was had by all. And I'm a little stuffed. We had a beautiful dinner afterwards, and I'm a little slow on the draw here, but that's part of, a practice, is you just have to do it whether you feel like it or not. But I don't not feel like it. I sat here stumped for several minutes trying to think of a clever title for this session. It's always one of my favorite parts, except when I can't think of anything. And then at the last minute, Our Hour came out. And I like that in general. I'll probably be thinking of that. Gosh, tomorrow's episode might be called Our Hour Part 2. Our Hour Part 3. So I'm definitely, doing things in a completely different way, with the mics being off screen. They're at a distance. I'm not wearing headphones. I have no idea what it sounds like. Last night, one of the microphones wasn't even on for a little while, and I had no way of knowing it. So I'm really counting on you out there. You're my ears. Let me know if you have any thoughts about what should change sound-wise, if the reverb's too much or too little, or I don't know. Definitely give me a heads up if it just sounds like not right. Joe Warren, good to see you. Welcome. Timmix, OMG. Oh, good.
Jelly Roll Morton, ride like Waldo Emerson, sing like Odetta, say, give me liberty like Patrick Henry. I want to escape like Houdini on the very last breath. I want to fly straight as an arrow, crooked sparrow. I want to swallow fire, I want to paint the town red. I want to understand under, hold the whole world up over my head. Catch every kind of fish. Lord, I give anything to play the fiddle. I want to know the recipe for every dish. I want to bust some moves on the dance floor. Want to sit in the back of a debaucherist den. I want to live to be 120, tell wondrous tales to my great-great-grandchildren. Stand-up comedian, I want to start a new twist in philosophy. I want to be a cowboy and an Indian. I want to be an E. Cummings apostrophe. I want to be fluent in every language. I want to be a painter, the next Abby Hoffman. I want to be the mayor of my hometown in the Blue Ridge Mountains. I got to get there more often. The plunge to the depths of madness. I want to sit in the clear like a Buddhist monk. I want to turn the tables like Jesus. I want to cross all borders in a smuggler's trunk. I want to write code like a rogue programmer. I want to sell potions on the side of the street. I want to survive some grisly summer, learning which berries are safe to eat. I want to do tricks in a biplane smoking, be able to fix anything that gets broken. I want to hang on when the questions are spoken. I want to let go when the wind is blowing. I want a light bulb to go off in my head like Edison. I want to get my brain around what Einstein said. I want to understand under, hold the whole world over my head. That's all. Just want to understand under, hold the whole world over my head. Is that too much to ask? Just to understand under.
Yeah. I put too much ice in my cup. I keep on drinking all the water too fast. I want to see this GIF move. Nice. Yes, sir. That's cool. Nice one. What is checkmate? Some name I don't recognize in the chat. I love checkmate the most. Can you play it? Oh my goodness. Are you talking about from the YouTube audio library? Oh, those are all instrumental creations made in the moment that were never played again. Those are not my songs anymore. But I love if that's what you mean, because I do think I named one of them Checkmate. That's amazing. Are you here because of that? That was a side gig. You're getting the songwriter version of me. But that makes me very happy. What a fun idea. Tossed a penny, watched it roll, said heads I'm heading to New Mexico. Tails I'm staying right here where I sit. How would you believe me if I lied? Said it stayed up on its side, so I hitched a ride to a place I'd never left. Oh, that traveling on, that feeling gone, that age-old remedy. I know that feeling like I know it well, like I'm rolling away from a tolling bell, and the hope alone seems to make me fit. On my guitar I sit and strum, 'cause when a song comes along, it's like seeing something no one's gonna believe. I've been drunk enough to boast a divine purpose for this coast to coast, but most of the time it's just enough to leave. Oh, that traveling on, that feeling gone, that age-old remedy. Now sober I'm humble, but still I strum, 'cause when that song comes along, I find faith in things I simply can't conceive. Like Sid Hall, like a fisherman, I need something rolling by when I make my stand. I'm just a man using his hands to pray. When joy drops by, whatever's sweet, don't you beg her to stay like you never did meet. And I want to return to where she swept you away. Oh, that traveling on, that feeling gone, that age-old remedy. I know that feeling like I don't know it well, like I'm ringing my own tolling bell. I'm not alone, I'm not alright, I'm not afraid. Had to cheat on that one a little bit. Ah, yeah. Percy's all in the Discord, flipping his coins away. Flipping away. Oh, I haven't set up my iPad. Hold on just a second. That's pretty cool. Voila. See? Yeah, one of the mini tricks our little bot doggy in Discord can do is flip a coin. See if it lands on its side or not. Good evening, tech support. Good to see you. Good to see you, Swaby. The request lines are open wherever you're watching, on Twitch, Facebook, wherever you are. $R is the way to tell Percy one of your requests. It doesn't matter where you are. Just type it into the chat. $R with a space. The R is for request. $request. And then the name of one of my songs. As long as it's not Checkmate. I got it. So I'll stay and see. I'm liking it here. Betty Boo, good to see you. Hello. I've been overwhelmed by the task at hand. Screamed impossible to the silent star. But I traveled far and wide across our sacred land, sharing the wine in the churches and bars. I'd say, wipe the tears you shed from fear they've won. I've come to tell you the revolution marches on. Go ahead. Give your heart back to the rising sun. What's right is right, it's never wrong. And as long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing, standing, we may always be needed more than ever for those who seek to punish all they fear. May always be growing in number in a world that gets more frightening every year. But we fight for that day, not because it comes, but because it's upon us as we speak. And I swear, white doves fly from off your tongue lift your voice for the weak. And as long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing, as long as there's one of us standing,
standing. Some fragile flower, it's one that breaks the sidewalk just to bloom. And even God said there is no higher power than the lily or the love inside of you. So if you're out there for answers, then you should know that you are the light in someone's dark. Same way we're swept away by the dancers, sung by the morning lark. As long as there's one of us standing, 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 as long as there's one of us standing. Ah, that feels good. Here's I was thinking about singing that song tonight at the Songwriters in the Round that I did at the Blackfriars Playhouse, but we ran out of time. Thought we were going to be able to do 5 to 7 songs was what was recommended to work up, but we all bantered so much that we each got 3, so I ended up doing Hard Times and Hollering Hope, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, Life Worth Living. It was fun. But I was going to say, if I did do that song, since it was a songwriting workshop, there was an important lesson I learned writing that song. I'll never forget writing that song in my brother's bedroom out in Swope, sitting on his... I was living in that room, but it was that sitting on that bed, writing that song, and just... I don't know, very few songs have come to me like feeling like that one did. I was just like, I don't want to put it in too dramatic terms, but I was sort of trembling as I was writing. I was like, oh my gosh, oh Lord, move my pen, kind of thing. But I was so into it, and then I get to the chorus, and the first line was it. All I had so far was, as long as there's one of us standing. And then I tried to finish that. I was like, as long as there's one of us standing, we will, the idea will always exist. So it'll never die. I was trying to think of all these ways to say it, and I was stumped. Gosh, as long as there's one of us standing, then blah da 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 da. I was like, oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? And I almost cried. I was like, oh no, this song feels so pure. How could I get stuck like this? What is going on? As long as there's one of us standing, and for like an hour, I was just stumped. I just couldn't finish it. And then I realized we don't have to fill every hole.
A lot of times, if you're really stumped and you're like, what goes in this blank space? Nothing. If nothing will fit, if nothing seems to fill it, then it's supposed to be empty. And a lot of times I feel like we fill every hole, even though we shouldn't at all. We shouldn't even think like that. So that was an important songwriter revelation. I think about that all the time now. Whenever I get stuck on something, I'm like, well, maybe nothing should be there. Or I should just say what I said before again and again and again. There you go. Hot tip. Ding, ding. Don't we all miss sound effects? Don't you want me to have those buttons? Don't you miss my... Beans, don't you miss my sound effects buttons? Scooby just shared the Heifetz version of One of Us Standing with the kids from Heifetz with their string arrangement for the song. What a thrill that was. Very exciting. Socks and teeth. Socks and teeth. Poor man don't like thinking about either of these. Just pork and beans. Just pork and beans. The weather and dreams. Never go to town. Never go to town. All the ladies, they know why you coming round. Just sit back down. Just sit back down. She'll find you further on down. Wishing well, I'm wishing well. All the good people who climbed as high as they could and then fell, I'm wishing well. Oh, wishing well. We're just too proud to tell. Socks and teeth. White socks, white teeth. Socks and teeth. A poor man don't like thinking about either of these. Just pork and beans, please. Just pork and beans. And the weather and dreams. Better take this off. This thing is dictating every song I sing. I don't know where that came from. Except it was in G. Only takes one. There's a request. I'm going to have to cheat here. Oh no, not on there. What album was that from? That album, that was from Goodbye America, right? Yep. Yeah, it's not here. Uh-huh. Well, I got some work to do after we go off air. Let's see how far I get through it before it falls apart. Oh, exciting news to me. I ordered a new A harmonica earlier today. I was thinking about doing Dear Puppeteer at the show tonight and practiced it. And man, I don't know if y'all were watching the other night where I was doubting I was even playing the right harmonica because it sounded so weird to me. But that A harmonica is just out of tune. It's so weird because all the notes were sounding, but they was just out of tune. So I'm very excited. I should be getting my new A harmonica on Tuesday, so you're definitely going to tune in for hours worth of songs in the key of A and E. Maybe a little, let's see, what would it be? A little B minor. I thought about Only Takes One myself today because I was the interesting exercise for this gig tonight was like, in the promoters sent us all emails and they were like, try to think of songs, you know, with stories about how the song came to be or what the song's about and that kind of stuff. And I had nothing. Even I was just riffing the whole time. I was even sitting in my chair at the show thinking, what songs do I have with a story behind what they're about or how they came to be? I know I have a lot more than came to mind that are like that. To me, it just seems like most of them just appeared magically out of the ether, inexplicably. But there's usually a catalyst or something that happens, and Only Takes One was definitely one that had it was a great example, because I've written a lot of songs when somebody pissed me off, like within moments of the exchange, like, whether it's a parental figure, that's where it started, whether it was parents or teachers, authority figures, whatever it was, run-ins with the law in one way or another. But when somebody would upset me, I would run to my guitar and a song would immediately fly out. And a lot of times they weren't just like, that person's a jerk. It might not even seem related, but it definitely came directly from that. And a lot of times there's an I'll show them energy. So sometimes you just want to write a really good song. Maybe somebody is doubting your worth or something. So you just want to write a song that proves once and for all you're worth something. But that doesn't mean the song goes, you're a jerk, you're a jerk. But that is the irritation that makes the pearl, the grain of sand, the friction that makes the flame. But then the flame is its own. It doesn't have to be about the friction itself. But Only Takes One was definitely written after somebody really pissed me off on Jam Cruise because they wouldn't cut off their boombox, and I was tired and wasted, and I had had enough. And there was only one time I left my spot as captain of the spot on Jam Cruise, and it was that night. I got so upset. I was just about to see a side of myself I never want to see, so I just left everybody behind, the whole crew. And that's when Clutch, one of the many times, Clutch earned the nickname Clutch by putting on my captain's jacket and singing Nathan Moore songs till the sun came up, because he's amazing. Myself, I went back to my cabin and wrote this song. Hey, Magpie, welcome. Just in time. Perfect timing. I don't remember how the song goes, so it might have been a good setup, but we'll just cut that out and tape it to when I remember how the song actually goes some other day this week. How's it go, Swaby?
energy only takes one these days. Last night I lost it. Now I can't find it. Might be gone for good. Oh wait, getting close, getting warmer, getting warmer. Last night I lost it. Now I can't find it. Might be gone for good. Gotta hand it to that madman. Come around the corner now. He's got who I thought I was. Now I don't much like me. Hey, how about that? Almost too easy. Just because it only takes one. It only takes one. It only takes one these days to blow it all away. Like fish in the sea, they say, ladies, ladies, but how could there possibly be more? Every time I turn around I see another one of my brothers. He's picking his jaw up off the floor. To me they look like trouble. Me, I'll take a double. I'm leaning this chair against the door. 'Cause it only takes one. It only takes one. It only takes one these days to blow it all away. Now on the TV, news is breaking there, talking drum beats of war. Bad news bearers, it's a war against terror, dropping bombs like never before. And there's those that call, say, kill them all. But how could they possibly be sure? It only takes one. It only takes one. It only takes one these days. It only takes one. It only takes one. It only takes one these days to blow it all away. Yes. Remembered it. I remembered all of it. Nice. Yes. All right, I'm going to catch up with the chat while we look at this
crazy graphic. Oh no, as soon as I click out of the window, I was going to try to surprise y'all with some other music. Dag nabbit. I got to get my buttons back. So Beans, you just signed in. So you missed when I was asking you, Beans, whether you missed my sound effects. I was like, don't you miss those sound effect buttons? Jonah Schultz, good to see you. What a good name. What nice name to see. Beans said no buttons. Dang it. Thought I had her on that one. I know she hears the same bumps and laugh tracks I hear. You are welcome, Swaby. Great request. Thank you for that. All right, let me see. Looking at the request list, what do we got here? Oh my goodness! Cheers. Oh wow! I wonder if that's on the. Let me check my songbook here. I definitely would not remember all those words from memory, I don't think. Oh, it's not in there. I got some work to do. Ah, I wish I remember that. To he who turns away angels like you turn away a ghost. To he who turns away friends when he needs them the most. To he who is dangerously close. I propose a toast to he who needs it the most. To he who needs it the most. Oh, I don't know it. Cheers. Locked away, doing hard times for some unspeakable crime. To he who's living with his mind, I lift my glass of wine. To he who is dying. Cheers. That was it. 'Cause Lord, if I know anything at all, it's that life is such a long fall. You can try flying, but you're better off just looking down for something soft. Just looking down for something soft. To he who's angry with the world, he's all by himself. To he who can love someone else. To he with all that troubled wealth. Hey, I've been there myself. Here's to your health. Cheers.
something soft, just looking down for something soft. I know I've forgotten at least one verse that ends with "Set 'em up, Joe." To he who hurts his lover all for fear, to he who is wanting never near, to he who's making tears. I know, hey, how about around the beers? To the years, to the years. Cheers. Great request, my goodness. Apparently there's another verse I can't remember because that was not it. That didn't end with "Set 'em up, Joe." But I'm on it. I'm on the case. I'm on the case. I will find that song and put all those lyrics on the songbook by morning. There you go. Mark my words. By morning. I said it. I give you my word. Now I got to do it. That's an oldie. That's an old amusement song. Good timing. I just hung out with Dave Tiller from the Amusement Friday night. He visited me, and it was a wonderful visit. We played some songs together and had some fun. Caught up. This is the guitar I won at the Telluride. Telluride Troubadour of the Year 2009. Out of 10,000 applicants, I was one of the top 10 finalists, and I had to go to Telluride, Colorado to compete, and ended up bringing home the bacon. Very proud moment in my life. And it's funny. I was talking about that. Check out this inlay. Hold on. Oh goodness! Check out how pretty this is. Probably can't really read it or anything, but 2009. Oh my goodness! 2009. Is that what it says? Do the math on that. How long ago was that? I can't even count that high. But look at that. Look at the musical notes. And there's even, I believe, there's definitely music right there, but I'm not sure if I've ever gotten I'm not sure if I've ever done the research to find out if it's an actual piece of music notation or not. Sweet inlay there. This innovation, this is actually a top sound hole. It's not missing electronics. This is actually an innovation, acoustic innovation, to make the sound more three-dimensional. Pretty sweet. But the funny thing was I won this guitar in Telluride, and the Amusement was touring all the time. I was on the road all the time. I forget what with who or what it was, but I was just touring all the time, and I won this amazing guitar. I'm like, oh my gosh. And they're like, yeah, it's worth yada, yada, yada. I'm like, what? That's the most valuable thing I've ever even been close to, much less owned. And so I was just so excited. So the next night I went out and tried to break out my new guitar on stage for the show, and I just wasn't used to it. And it has this whole pickup system, and it was feeding back, and it was too boomy, and I couldn't figure out how to dial it in, and it was just a beast. I was just like, I don't even know what's going on. But I ran really quick back to my safety net of my Laravel, my workhorse. The guitar, I knew what it did, what it sounded like. It was a comfort zone, safe place for me. And
then I spent the next 10 years like touring relentlessly and never really getting an opportunity to explore what this guitar did or meant or what it really was. It's only really been in the last couple of years, do the math, 2009, that I've started playing this at all. I admittedly did a little bit of DIY luthier work and tried to get the action a little bit lower, and but every now and again I've just never heard anything like it. In the all access section of my website, there's a whole playlist of cover songs I did for my dad. Really, he was requesting them, I was recording them, and I did them all on this. And it was through the process of that this one really started to sound like no other guitar I'd ever played before, and I started to sound like a completely different version of myself because of the new instrument. So it's it's sort of like a new guitar. You weren't there, were you, birds? You mean in general? We didn't know each other then, did we? Well, I guess we did a little bit. Yeah, we did. Let's see here. I'll go look at the list in a second here. We met in 2004. Just 20 years ago. 20 years ago today. Such a Pepper's my band to play. We're going in and out of style. We're guaranteed to raise a smile. So they introduced to you the one in all these years. You're now also a part of this free association, folks. Once you're in, there's no way out. We don't let anybody out. You're a member for life. Why would you keep looking once you found it? I tried that once and my whole life it took. Like a flash of light by love's first sight, I was blinded. And that could have been the last place that I loved. But the whip of youth and myth that said get cracking. There were no hobos, so I had to hop a train. Had to take a cup of water to the desert. And these are the two hands from which that cup was made. I sure do love to don my tail in glory's ribbons. And I would if I could only pick and choose. Then I'd gladly trade all my greatest sad ones for just one chance back at the love I chose to lose. 'Cause I was wrong about the blues. Still it's as close as I've gone to grace. Seems you can't paint the perfect line, but you can leave an almost perfect trace. Springing like all the foolish flowers, the kind February loves to freeze. And I'm swinging away, got to get a hit for hours. Any minute now I'll be dropping to my knees. 'Cause I got to the top of the mountain, and all I found was the way back down. And ever since then I've just been walking in my mind around. 'Cause I was wrong about the blues.
Well, it's as close as I've gone to grace. Seems you can't paint the perfect line, but you can leave an almost perfect trace. I was wrong about the blues. So I've been trying to figure out, it's so hard with this camera here, and maybe I need to try a different camera. I got all the kinds of different things I could try, but it's been really hard to get my hands on the screen and my head. So the only solution I found for that so far is sliding back, so I get further away from the camera. And but with that, because of the way I'm doing the audio for the show these days and not hearing it or referencing it, and it's just ambient mics off camera, it's adding a little bit more of a boxiness and a room sound, and I'm trying to dial it in a little bit. I don't know if y'all have any insight on what it's sounding like out there, but it's funny because each night after each session, I'll listen to some of it on YouTube and then start tweaking the knobs in here accordingly to try to prune the bonsai to finesse the sound slowly over time, which is a little frustrating way to do it, but it's also part of the process. I'm feeling it. I'm liking the process, and no, actually, this isn't the GoPro. The one in the piano is a GoPro. That's the GoPro inside the guts of the piano. This one is a little webcam just up there. I like it because it's small, and I've gotten it as far away as I can pretty much. It's in between the speaker and this monitor here, back about 5 inches, about as far as it can go before you start seeing the speaker and the monitor on the sides of the thing. So it's up there, sort of pointing down at me. I don't mind the quality of this little webcam. It's nothing fancy. It's just one that clips onto the back of your monitor or whatever. I could try it just on top of the monitor. For eye contact, that would be sort of interesting, because even when I'm looking at words, y'all would think I would just be staring into your face. Ooh, great request, Scooby. There is no way I would know how to play that. But we could have some fun with GIFs or GIFs while I play the studio version, or some kind of outtake, but and try to learn it at the same time. You guys could play with the GIFs or GIFs, and I could sit here and try to remember how that song goes. There's a couple of those like that on Holler and Hope. Oh right, Holler and Hope isn't on in this freaking music app yet. I should fix that right now. Nah, she said. I dig it. I do want to learn that, though. That's Arno, who contributed all the horn parts for that record. That's so many great tracks he contributed, but that's his favorite of the songs. I gotta say, when I couldn't remember There It Goes the other night and had to find the recording and relearn it, I just went to YouTube and listened to the version from Holler and Hope and was really proud of the sound of that track. It's one of the best sounding tracks I've ever made.
it just came flooding out of the speakers. It's so beautiful. Let's see if I still remember it.
So much for that after school special ending I was hoping was coming. I was praying was coming. Where a frozen heart's thawed by some simple befriending. Guitars strumming. There it goes up in smoke. There it goes down in flames. There it goes. At a fork in the road, there were two that were standing. One that was a knife, one that was a spoon. Have we come full circle? Are we back at the beginning? These are those same hills. That is these same moons. Smoke, there it goes, down in flames, there it goes, up in smoke, there it goes, down in flames, there it goes. Oh baby, hold on tight, we're going for a ride. Oh baby, hold on tight. We're going for a ride. Oh, I don't remember that part. Oh baby, hold on tight. We're going. Oh no, I was loving that version too. It was almost one for the archives. Oh baby, hold on tight. We're going for a ride. I don't think that's right. It works though. I'll get us out of here. Oh baby, hold on tight. We're going for a ride. And we'll probably have to drive right through the night. Right through the night. Listen out for the lovers who are laughing like children. Look for the listeners. Leave them with a whisper. There's some you must run from, some you'll have to go with them. You might have to step into the fire. There it goes up in smoke. There it goes down
I'll take it. Well, definitely one of the many missions of this project is working in terms of getting these songs from the bottom of the ocean to bobbing up and down, floating on the surface of the waves again, i.e., back in my back pocket. I had a fun moment during the show tonight. Dad gave me these pants. He retired them because they're too big for him. They're a little too big for me, and I love it because all my clothes, for somehow or another, mysteriously shrunk over the last couple of years. I don't understand it. I can't figure it out. Something they're putting in the detergent these days is my theory. But these pants are a little too big, and I love it. Feels good. Just need a whole wardrobe of clothes that are a little too big. But I tell you what, I put my picks in this pocket. I don't know what you call it at home, but this little pocket that they put in jeans, the mini one. Well, I put my picks in there, and I go up there, and I'm like, oh no, my picks are gone. My picks are gone. And I'm like, wait, no, that's not what's happening. My picks might still be in there. This is just the deepest version of one of these pockets of all time. I mean, this is ridiculous. My finger has not hit the bottom of it yet. Well, my longer finger. I can't get, you have to like scrunch up. It's just ridiculous. I still have not hit the bottom of that. It goes forever. I had no idea. So I was fishing out my pick. We started talking about, I even asked Siri on stage what you call that little pocket, and the crowd helped out, and one man yells out, "It's the coin pocket." I was like, yeah, is that right? All right. And then somebody else from the other side of the room yells out, "It's the watch pocket." I was like, interesting. Watch pocket. Yeah, back when we had pocket watches. And then Joe Zulo, one of the songwriters behind me, yells out, "It's the pickpocket." Come on, Beans, don't we need sound effects now? Ding, ding, ding. Right answer. I got up from my chair, went over and shook his hand just because I love that answer so much. It works on so many levels. I was trying to find my picks. It's the pickpocket. There you go. You forget something every night. In this day and age, you learn something new and wrong every day. Every day you learn something new every day. The fact that it's absolutely not true is besides the point. You learn something new every day. Just because it's completely made up, not rooted in reality whatsoever, and shared by a right-wing friend does not change the fact that you learn something new every day. The Lucky Penny Pocket. I like the sound of that. Oh man, look at that pick holder. That's what I need. See, if I had this, well, that would have changed everything. If I had this little, because the guitar part, the neck of this guitar that holds the picks, I could reach. Even though the body of the guitar where the picks are would have plunged to the depths of this abnormally deep Lucky Penny Pocket, I'd still be able to fish it out by just grabbing the neck of that guitar. That's what I needed. Oh, look at us, folks. We're 10 minutes over. Does that mean we're extra spiritual people? Clutch says, I remember it as the number 5 pocket from the 80s advertisements. Oh, yeah? The number 5 pocket. Levi's coined that? Yeah, I actually would bet, when I think about like the Levi's version, the classic 80s version of the Lucky Penny Pocket, it is not big enough for a pocket watch. Traditionally, if I hadn't been on stage and I had my wits about me, now that I think about it, I challenge that notion. Because I assumed the same thing when I was thinking about it earlier, that it was from the pocket watch days that's where that pocket was from. But the standard size is not really quite big enough for a traditional pocket watch. So, something to think about. Snus pocket. Snooze pocket? What is that word? Snus. I like this word. The drug pocket. Shh. Shh. Swaby. Swaby. Yeah, pocket watch is in the vest. Everybody knows that. God, what kind of people are we hanging out with here? Jesus Abe 1269. I like you way more, by the way, than Jesus Abe 1380. Whew. I'm sorry. It's not nice to talk about people behind their back, but man, that dude gets on my last. He just knows my buttons. He just pushes my buttons. What can you do? All right, Abe from New Mexico. Wonderful. Well, what's the leaving song? All right. Looking at the request list before I clear it. Only Takes One. We did that. Cheers. These are great requests. Good job. When a Woman. Help Wanted by Tech Support at Night. I got to work on that. Yes, the pocket watch goes in the vest. Come on, kids. Everybody knows that. Oh, man. I wish the pocket watch vest store was open at this hour. I would get in my truck right now and go get the Get Up. I want all of it. Sewing Girl. So Close to Dreams. So hot tip for both of you, Jesus Abe and Sewing Girl. If you put a %R in front of the name of the song with a space, it'll actually be added into a list on our Discord server. It's sort of magic. So when I type in %R, Percy, the Percy bot, brings me the whole list of all people's requests from wherever they're watching. YouTube, Twitch, Facebook. It works. It's like magic. I still don't understand it. Tech support makes it happen. And it's just freaking mind-blowing technology, if you ask me. And Percy can even make art. Check this out. Let's say % is always how you call Percy, and then you have to give him a command. So %, here, Percy, make us some art of, let's see, Jesus, Abe, and Sewing Girl dancing to So Close to Dreams. Of course, Percy doesn't know in this context what the heck we're on about, so we'll just see what happens. Go! Here, boy! Gosh, Beans, don't you want a drum roll right now so bad that you're squirming? Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness, we are crushing. How about that? Don't even try to top that. Look at the record player. When a little boy thinks he's Superman, then he almost can. He almost can fly. When he takes his toy truck and drives it through the sand, the boy moves mountains with his little hand.
clear. Nothing could be clearer. Then somebody says no, it's all a trick. Done with smoking mirrors, cigarettes, makeup, last call. Whenever a man is down upon his knees, more than likely he's praying for redemption. But when a little boy prays unto the Lord, he can almost hear the Lord listening. And the world really is magic. Nothing could be clearer. Nothing could be clearer. Then somebody says no man saw a trick. Done with smoking mirror, cigarettes, makeup, last call. When a little boy thinks he's Superman, then he almost can fly. So close to dreams, so far from trials. And I'm that little boy again, every once in a while. The world really is magic. Nothing could be clearer. Nothing could be clearer. All the world really is magic. Nothing could be clearer. Nothing could be clearer. Can anybody guess what my first task is before I learn at night and before I add cheers to the songbook? What am I gonna do first? Yes, you're right. I'm gonna go buy a D harmonica because that one sounds like dog doo-doo too. These things are so riddled with peanuts and gummy bear juice that they just don't sound right anymore. I need a whole new batch of They're expensive. Golly jeepers. They are like $50 a pop nowadays. It's insane. That is crazy talk. I remember when they were a lot less than that. Way less than half of that. Way less than half of that. But
I'm just gonna get them one at a time as they demand it, and that D does not sound right to me. And it's gonna sound so sweet, a new one. So probably get that one Wednesday. You guys are awesome. Thanks for joining me for this. I'll be doing it at some point tomorrow. If you want to be sure to be notified the moment the session starts, click subscribe, click the bell on YouTube, or join the Discord server. One hot tip for if you join the Discord server is you might want to set your notifications to only at mentions so you don't get a notification every time someone shares a meme or cracks a joke on the wall, but only when your name is mentioned. But that will also, you'll be notified when I use the at everyone prompt for messages for everybody. So there's a hot Discord tip. The Discord is fun. You guys are awesome. See you tomorrow. Yeah? Yeah.